happy Monday morning, March 22nd, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Monday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday morning, so let's begin. First up, let's take a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire right now. And here is a look at those COVID-19 numbers for all of you in New Hampshire. There are 80,543 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. There are 1,217 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. There are 72 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire. That is a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. Active COVID-19 cases decrease, hospitalizations rise on Sunday. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Thomas New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce for high school seniors enrolled.
After 5 days of increases, active cases of COVID-19 are down today. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Charisse LeClaire. There are 2,377 active cases of the virus today. That includes 241 new positive tests. And there are no new deaths to report tonight. There are now 72 people getting treatment in New Hampshire hospitals right now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Large crowd gathers for Stop Asian Hate rally at New Hampshire State House. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Summit Packaging Systems is hiring for all shifts. Summit knows stability, security, and growth are extremely valuable. You'll develop skills to succeed and earn steady income and benefits. Apply online at summitpackagingsystems.com/careers today.
We are sad, frustrated, angry.
Today we extend our support, our solidarity, and our love to our Asian community, our Pacific Islanders. We see you, we love you, you are valued, and you belong.
Community organizers, mayors, and state representatives spoke to a large gathering in front of the New Hampshire State House today for a Stop Asian Hate rally.
This racism, hate, violence has no home anywhere. Not here, not in our communities, not in our country, not in this world.
The enemy of our hope, of our opportunities, lies within the reflection from the mirror upon each of us who refuse to acknowledge that each of us are brothers and sisters.
They also encouraged others to speak up.
If you hear someone make a racist crack, even if it's in a room full of white people, only white people, make sure you speak up and say loudly so that everyone else can hear that you won't put up with that nonsense in your presence.
And organizers want the AAPI community to speak out.
Let's show that we see them, we see one another, and let's tell our allies, hey, we're going to stand up too. We know you stand up for us, but we're going to stand up for ourselves too, together with you.
Highly visible at this event was a group in neon vests walking through the crowd and looking at the surrounding areas. They were here to help keep the peace. In Concord, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Phase 2B vaccination registration set to begin today. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Every family runs out of space.
Come on, Kate. I need to get in there. I'll be out in a minute. Come on.
You're so annoying.
When you're buying or selling a home, it all starts with having the right agent by your side.
Hello? It's Michelle from the Masiello Group. I've got some great news.
Experience quality. Masiello.com.
New Hampshire is taking another step forward in its inoculation process. Beginning tomorrow, Phase 2B will launch for people ages 50 to 64. Registration can be accessed at the state-run site Vinny, which can be found at vaccines.nh.gov. During a recent COVID-19 briefing, Governor Sununu said the site will be able to accommodate this next wave of Granite Staters.
Right now, the system is loaded with about 200,000 first dose appointments through April. It's a huge number, so folks shouldn't worry about having to be just the first one in line. There's going to be plenty of room.
The governor says the website has been designed as a one-stop shop, more flexible than the previous federally run registration site.
As more vaccine becomes available in the coming weeks, we'll keep adding more appointments so folks can even move themselves up to a more convenient date if they so choose.
I'm going to be right there at the beginning, like it's Aerosmith tickets, refreshing the browser.
Hillary Seeger's husband just received his second shot today. She's excited to finally start her own vaccination process.
I'm ready to see my friends, to get back to life, and I want to try and stay healthy while I'm doing that.
I'm excited. Been waiting quite a while.
For Marion Guidoboni, tomorrow will bring a peace of mind and hope for the future.
Once everyone starts to get on with this, we can hopefully get a little bit closer to getting things somewhat back to normal. I think it's going to take a while, but looking forward to it.
Again, registration for Phase 2B can be found at vaccines.nh.gov. Right now, about 24% of New Hampshire's population has received one dose. 12% is fully vaccinated. Reporting live tonight, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Memorial held to honor life of Londonderry teen who died in a crash. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Promise New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce for high school.
A line of Jacob Narr's friends, teammates, and family members made their way onto the Londonderry High School football field, where Jacob had played so many times before, his number 2 jersey displayed.
You will forever be part of my Hampshire family, Jake Narr. He had the ability to make everyone feel wanted and included, and I always aspired to be more like him.
Friends memorializing the football and lacrosse captain as a gifted athlete, but more importantly, someone who could instantly light up a room.
I'm really going to miss seeing that smile and hearing the classic, "How are we?" We've all gotten it before.
Jake has touched many of people in his life. It takes a very special kind of kid to bring a community together the way that he has.
It's that community that Jacob's father says is holding up their family right now.
What a gorgeous day. I think it's a sign that Jake's smiling down on us.
His dad thanking the crowd for their support, but also for making Jake who he was. He had this message for parents.
Parents, hug your kids. Love them hard. Hug them.
For Jake's classmates, this request.
Please keep Jake in your spirit, because I'm sure he would have wanted to be there with you, acting up a fool with all of you. So when you celebrate that, find a way to keep them with you and have fun.
And finally, a message to his son.
It was a privilege to love you. It was a privilege to call you son. It was a privilege for your sisters to call you brother. We will carry you in our hearts forever until we meet again.
And now a scholarship has been set up in Jacob's name. His dad says it will allow his son's legacy to live on at Londonderry High School.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Hundreds of people defy Miami Beach curfew orders. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Okay guys, Microsoft Surface Pro 7 MacBook Pro. Surface comes with the pen and touchscreen. I gave it this little bar, but just give me a whole touchscreen. Surface Pro has a detachable keyboard. Then there's the price. Yeah.
We begin tonight with breaking news, a state of emergency in Miami Beach. Officials just announcing they will be extending a curfew through mid-April. This was the scene last night. Hundreds of people, mostly without masks, packing the streets defying that order, causing police to crack down, even firing pepper balls to disperse the crowds. Florida leads the country in cases of the UK variant. Miami reporting the highest test positivity of all major cities this past week. 15 states are seeing an increase in cases, and in Michigan, just in the past 2 weeks, a 92% spike in cases. Experts warn we are not out of the woods just yet, even with vaccinations picking up, averaging nearly 2.5 million shots a day, about 10,000 just at this location in Nashville alone. Officials are urging tonight not to let our guard down too soon. ABC's Victor Oquendo leads us off tonight from Miami Beach.
Tonight, a state of emergency in Miami Beach. Massive crowds defying an 8 p.m. curfew.
Skip that curfew. We out here. We out here. No sleep. Period.
Police moving in, shooting pepper balls to break up the mostly maskless sea of people. This car set on fire.
Quite frankly, I'm concerned that the behavior is getting a little bit more for us to be able to handle.
More than 1,000 people arrested since the start of spring break. Some businesses, like the popular Clevelander, deciding to temporarily close over safety concerns. Miami Beach residents are frustrated.
90% of these kids are good kids, you know, they just want to have a good time. But when you get a lot of people together and too much alcohol, it's a problem.
Late today, city leaders holding an emergency meeting.
It has certainly felt like our city has been a tinder over the last few weeks. I have personally had trouble even sleeping at night, worrying.
Florida reporting nearly 4,000 new COVID-19 infections today. The state leading the nation with the most cases of the highly contagious UK and Brazilian variants. New York City reporting its first case of the Brazilian variant this weekend. All this as travelers are taking to the skies in record numbers and cases increasing in 15 states. Michigan seeing a 92% spike in cases over the last 2 weeks.
We're not out of the woods yet, and we could potentially be at the beginning of another surge in Michigan.
The vaccine, still the best defense against the virus.
These vaccines are exceedingly safe. They've actually been tested really, really well.
The nation now averaging nearly 2.5 million daily shots into arms.
Good morning.
Mass vaccination sites popping up nationwide. This one in Nashville, providing nearly 10,000 people with Johnson & Johnson's single shot.
Take care of my 98-year-old blind grandfather, so it's kind of important to get vaccinated as soon as possible.
And in Ohio, Beth and Stan Rosenblum, for months only seeing their great-grandchildren from behind glass doors and balconies, now both fully vaccinated, finally able to give them a hug.
I was in tears. It was so wonderful. How about you, Stan?
I loved it.
So nice to see those reunions. Victor Oquendo joins us now from Miami Beach. And Victor, a second curfew taking effect tonight, and officials have just announced they're now extending it.
Lindsay, this just happened moments ago. These emergency measures will continue to be enforced Thursdays through Sundays until at least April 12th, which they call the end of the spring break season. One last note here. According to HHS, Miami has the highest test positivity rate of any major city in the last week. Lindsay?
Victor, our thanks to you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for...
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.